What is going on, you guys? Happy Friday, back with another blog post update. If you guys caught my earlier video yesterday, it looks like everything we kind of took a look at as a preview has been confirmed, and now we've got official confirmation on when the next Scourge event is going to be, as well as details of the upcoming events, you guys. So get ready. This is going to be a jam-packed video in terms of the updates, but the good news is with all this information, we have time to prepare and anticipate all the activities going on. So War Drums is the name of this blog post update. As you can see, starting things off, we finally got official confirmation, guys, that right now it's going to be early next week, September 20th at 2 p.m. Pacific time. That's when we can finally get our first chance at taking a look at the Scourge event, specifically unlocking RedHulk. So I'm very, very interested in seeing how my hybrid teaming is going to do. You guys bet I will be making videos on that the day of, and just ensuring that, you know, let's see how far we can push it. But definitely I'm going to be doing different difficulty levels, so that way you guys can get a glimpse of how, you know, difficulty 5, 6, 7, 8 onwards is going to look, and, you know, really get a sense of how this one compares to the last two Scourges. But very consistent, guys. You know, the run score of 500k points, if you recall, that is going to be the immediate unlock of the Scourge event here. So that's going to give you access to RedHulk right away. And the best part is, if you can unlock him in that first run, we can actually build him up and use him in the higher Scourges. So definitely good food for thought there. But as well, his red stars are going to get added now officially. And keep in mind, guys, just try not to use any of the dark promotion credits just yet. We want to save that because upon the conclusion of the event, they generally do pay out red stars, and better to wait for the very end, so that way that you can see how you did, as opposed to using the dark promotion credits preemptively, but they may potentially be wasted. So just keep that in the back of your mind here. As well, I'll let you guys go ahead and take a look at some of the Scourges. They've actually gone through and added some new ones, and as well as removing 12 too. So just go ahead and review this, because this is going to be very important. I'll likely need to do a deeper dive in terms of what's going to be worth value as we push through and take a look at these ones. But that said, yeah, like I said earlier, the red stars are getting added. Save for that. Another huge announcement here is actually the Web of Life confirmation now, finally. So a couple days after the War Scourge being out, we're going to finally get our first chance to actually unlock Spider Weaver here in her very own Web of Life event campaign. So if you guys recall, one of the best ways to unlock characters in the game, and she is going to be a meta changer, guys. Her kit is looking really, really good. And as well, if you recall, you need the Vigilant trait category to actually go through that. So I am going to have a video tomorrow to kind of break down some of the better characters and team synergies, but just keep that in the back of your mind. The good news is, though, when I did take a look, there are a lot of good characters that are already in the meta, so you likely won't have to build them up, hopefully, too high. If you've already been kind of transitioning to that mid game and working on those end game characters, there is a lot of value right now, and it's a pretty generous selection of characters that can be utilized for this. There's going to be some additional Hulk Hunter events as well. We finally get now the next part of being the Coordinated Assault. If you recall, this is the Alliance-driven one where we do need to actually spend ISO 8 energy. So this is coming right up. Make sure you're trying to save as much energy as you can, because this is a 7-day milestone where you do coordinate with your Alliance, and making sure that you try to use as much ISO 8 as you can, and that's going to give us the mutated cells, adding to the month-long event here. Additional information now finally on ethereal arms. We saw the data mines, but I mean, this is, again, it's always great to see this in the blog post to confirm, right? This is going to be working in tandem with the Web of Life event. So this is where we can actually generate points based on orbs being opened, and these are the same orbs that we're actually going to be earning from going through the Web of Life. So these are the Vigilant orbs, and it is actually going to unlock, you know, as you can see in the screenshot there, Scarlet Spider Shards, a 5 red of Symbiote Spider-Man, and as well as just some gear, right? And keep in mind too, this is also going to add to the month-long event, so we're going to need to make sure we can capitalize on this, so that way we are able to, you know, ensure that we have the unlock here of Abomination. The Indestructible Pants is the featured event there, excuse me, a featured event item. So that's what we're going to be needing the gun for, and each orb is worth 2,000 points. So that's obviously the key there. Power cores is also going to add, but I mean, generally that's not really good bang for buck, right? But the good news is these power cores are likely going to get utilized already if you're farming as much as you can with Spider Weaver. So it will definitely help out for sure. We got additional confirmation as well as another milestone here, the Destined Connections milestone. This is just a blitzing one. It's a quick 2-day that repeats a few times, and you'll notice that it's going to be the same category of the Vigilant characters. So any characters you have being Vigilant, you can start prepping those blitz teams and saving them if they're going to be able to add points. But generally with these ones, we don't usually have a hard time. It's just, you know, it's just really repetitive. But I mean, generally they've been pretty easy to achieve and maximize. Get the breakdown there with the spreadsheets. Another web store milestone that's going to get added now. It's called the Mystical Weaving Web milestone, and not too much to say about here. It just gives us additional fragments, promo credits, gold orbs, all done through spending campaign energy. So I don't know, like, to be honest, this one you're just gonna get right away instantly. So just make sure you guys are clicking and making sure that you're checking on that. It is free stuff, so always good to know. And then another one, Funnel Web Fallout. So on September 23rd as well, that's gonna be the next quick rumble. And again, the limited time vigilant characters are gonna be utilized here, and another opportunity to get additional materials and gear. So as you guys may have noticed, we're just getting a lot of events. So that's why it's extremely important, guys, to try and stay as active as you can. Pay attention to the milestones and the events categories in the game, because that's really how you're going to navigate these waters, right? You never know which milestone is going to have those featured events, so always good to review, guys. But that's why it is nice that they're disclosing all the information now in the spreadsheet form, so we can see exactly what we're upgrading. And then they're even highlighting stuff that we need for the month-long events, like these mutated cells that's going to be part of these milestones, obviously adding to the month-long event. And farewell to the old high roller milestone, and now in with the new, right? The new golden opportunity milestone. So this is what's replacing it now. There will also be a leaderboard being added. So I'm guessing they're just implementing, aspects that they've already kind of seen with Scourge and the previous legendaries unlocks, right? So I mean, this is just nice to get added additional awards if you're able to, rank up on there. But as well, they've added additional opportunities to earn, more of the G16 gear, ISO 8 blue, Armory 14, 15 fragments. So just adding a little bit more value, I guess. But overall, it's still going to be gold spending, so nothing changes there. And then another thing to keep in mind too, guys, another month-long event here that we typically seen previously, right? The Victory Blueprint one. So it's very similar. We're going to be spending campaign energy or earning war credits. This is the one where you do want to save the war credits in your inbox. Starting September 21st. So this is actually a day after the RedHulk War Scourge coming out. So just make sure any wars you have, in this case now, you're going to be saving it in your inbox, because this is what's going to help. And if you recall, we can also purchase some of these war credits as well using Star Credit, and that's also going to help. That's really what's helped me push the milestone all the way to the max previously, and just allows us the opportunity to earn more of that T2 level 4, right? And then a big one, guys, yesterday sneak peek, but finally official confirmation is what I love. Young Avengers on the move finally. We deduced the math. Kate Bishop, by process of elimination, was honestly the only one that's left. So she is replacing Vision. We saw that coming because Vision did have two different nodes that you could farm him, and they wanted to mitigate that inefficiency there, right? So I just love the fact that finally, I think Kate Bishop is a huge addition, especially now officially all her Young Avengers being technically farmable now. We just need to wait for that Echo to actually be added to the store, even though they've already announced it. But with them all being available, that's a very strong and powerful team that's farmable in the game, especially Miles Morales being part of Young Avengers and the Web Warriors. This is really, really good for those that are starting new in the game, transition to mid-game, because the Young Avengers team overall is a really good team, and you do need them to unlock Rogue as the second legendary Scourge, right? So this is huge, guys. Absolutely love the fact that they finally added them. Now they just need to deal with the Eternals, which they've already previously announced before, and we're just waiting for that confirmation. My suspicion is that they're likely going to the milestone or premium orbs, because I just can't see them getting added into campaign where it's so accessible, right? And then otherwise, guys, just giving us a heads up on the shift to the beta raids and Baron Zemo as being part of the next Blitz. And then we've already talked about the quick rumble here. So there you guys have it. Jam-packed blog post, lots of information for sure to unfold, especially with the new Scourges getting added. But definitely take your time to read this, guys. Again, key dates starting early next week. It is going to be finally the opportunity to unlock RedHulk, and he is going to be a very powerful legendary horseman, guys. So I'll make sure to make lots of videos on this, because I do want you guys to get access, and hopefully we're able to get them on the first unlock, right? And keep in mind, guys, this is going to be available for at least a week with this event, so keep that in mind. There's still time to build up your characters as you're actually leveling them up here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Otherwise, hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.